Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for Sagittarius where we look at your future spouse or life partner and the energy surrounding this connection. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Sagittarius, please. All right, so we have the Empress. All right, beautiful start. Taurus and Libran energy. Your person is also showing up as the Hierophant, so really strong Venusian energy here. A lot of romantic vibes coming through. They're viewing you as the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you may meet this person at a time when you're really stressed or you're going through something, a bit of an awakening or a dark night of the soul or a major transformation. And the connection, the Page of Cups. This is going to be a very sweet, very romantic connection that feels like, you know, it comes in just at the right time. And we see the King of Pentacles. So really strong earth energy here, Sag. Somebody who's going to be very loving, very grounded, somebody that you're going to be extremely comfortable with. But I also think this person leads a very comfortable lifestyle and they're gonna want to share that with you. This person has worked hard for what they have. They're steady, they're patient, they're generous, they're stable, and they're solid. I also feel like they're very creative. And I also see this person is extremely good looking. I do feel they take really good care of themselves. All right, but they also like enjoy the finer things in life. This is somebody who enjoys like good food, good wine, good sex. All right, so this Empress energy, Taurus and Libran energy tells me this person may be a divine counterpart. They're very attractive, very abundant energy. And the Five of Pentacles. So this person might be feeling a little bit lonely here, Sag, when you meet them. It feels like they're looking for the one. I do also feel like this is somebody that, you know, has built a really nice life for themselves. And they want to share somebody. They want to share with somebody what they've built. They don't want to share anybody. And the Five of Wands in reverse. This person is not looking for drama. They're not looking for a player. They're looking for somebody who has the same values and shares the same vision of the future. They want marriage, they want commitment, they want to, you know, they want a connection that moves towards stability. And again, they're not in any real rush, but I also feel like this is somebody who's worked really hard to make sure that they curate the energy that they allow into their life. And what I mean by that is they don't want anybody who's silly, childish, immature, you know, too needy, you know, and brings drama, because I feel like they really, really prioritize their peace and their stability. All right, how you might be feeling the Queen of Swords in reverse. Some of my Sagittarius, you might feel like this person maybe isn't quite compatible with you at first. Others of you, I feel like you meet this person at a time when you might be healing from another situation or going through a bit of an awakening or working through like a timeline shift, some sort of up-leveling. But I feel like you're not seeing this connection at first, or you're not seeing that they're interested in you, or you're not looking for connection, because it kind of feels like you're, you know, you're dealing with your own shit here. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we need to know about this person. All right, so they might be different from you. You're connecting with someone of a different race, religion, or culture from your own. And the Hierophant here tells me that you're really compatible, even though you're really different, or you have some differences. Okay, we see Scorpio energy. All right, so we see the Taurus-Scorpio axis coming through. So very balanced person. They're fiercely protective and loyal. They stand strong in their convictions and they can sting if needed to defend their position. Okay, we see your ex. Now, some of you, I mean, we do see that with the Queen of Swords in reverse. So some of my Saggies, you may be connecting with somebody who's coming back around into your life. But for a lot of you, I just feel like this person, you know, they might co-parent with an ex. I also feel like they did have a very disappointing, stressful connection with somebody here in the past, or their last person they dealt with, or somebody they were married to before, or somebody they were living with before. Yeah, that was meant to be a short-term connection. Okay, or they might have an ex that really wants to get back together with them. I'm not really reading that this is your ex. Although for like one of my Sagittarius, if I'm describing an ex to a T that you're interested in or you would accept back into your life, I mean, it could be them. But for a lot of you, I'm not reading it as that. I feel more that they might have an ex that wants to get back together with them or regrets losing them, because this person has so much to offer. And it's not just financial and physical. It's like this person's loving, they're stable, they're supportive. You know, I feel like a lot of people have, I feel like everybody has nothing but good things to say about this person. Although they're not perfect, right? But I feel like most people or everybody has something good to say about them. This person's independent. Yeah, so they have a strong sense of self and self-reliance. Okay, so they're not somebody who's needy, you know, they don't need a relationship, but I do think that they're very clear on the fact that they want a relationship. So this may be somebody that you meet like through a matchmaker or through, you know, I don't know why I said that because I don't really know who does matchmaking, but, you know, or through like dating apps or something like that, because this person is like, I'm looking for partnership. I'm looking to share my life with somebody who shares my values and that I get along well with. The Hierophant card, Taurus energy, again, tells me they might be different from you, but they're very compatible. This is somebody who values family and stability. I feel like you have the same spiritual or religious beliefs, even if you come from different traditions, like, you know, you're good people. All right. We see hot mess. I do not see this person being a hot mess at all, but maybe at one point in time they were. But I actually think they're just going to be kind of a hot mess about you, Sag. All right, they might wear braids. All right, this has come out a lot today, and they follow your social media. Now remember, these really specific messages about the way they wear their hair or their ethnicity or their age or you know, eye color and things like that are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, my lovely Saggies. So we see that this person may follow your social media. Again, your initial connection with this person may be somebody online. Also, I could see some of you being introduced through friends, okay? And we see that this person speaks multiple languages, okay? So whatever language you speak with them may not be their native language, Sag, or this is somebody who, you know, their parents or grandparents speak a different language or they've lived in a different country. This person is definitely like worldly, cultured. All right, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? What else do my Sagittarius need to know about their future spouse or life partner here? Okay, we see Lovers in reverse. I do feel like there's some sort of third party interference here, but I don't think this is not the type of person, especially they're coming through as the King of Pentacles and the Empress energy. This is not the type of person that's going to let somebody get in between the two of you. But I do feel like there might be somebody trying to get in between the two of you. Like they might have an ex. You know, I could see this person having like an ex that they co-parent with, that they're, you know, they have a friendly relationship with, but is like a little sabotaging. Just be aware of that, okay? But again, this person's very high vibrational. They're going to call that out or stand up to that type of energy. And of course, it could just be somebody who's after their attention because this person has so much to offer. They are very desirable. We see journey energy. I actually think this person is closer than you think. Some of you, if you are worried about a third party, that journey is over. Okay, that trip is done. All right, and we see adjudication. Yep, some of you, this person is, some of you, I feel like this person has very clearly made a decision about somebody else and them not being in their life. But again, they might have to co-parent with this person or something, is kind of what I'm getting. Some of you, this person might have a background in law or work in law or in the court system or law enforcement. But I'm also seeing like this person is somebody who, with this adjudication, this is somebody who listens to both sides of the story. This is somebody who can play devil's advocate. This is somebody that doesn't like to jump to conclusions. They like to get all their information first. All right, we see the Thief card. So again, it does feel like there's somebody that kind of wants to interfere in this connection, Sag, but I don't see, they're not going to stand a chance. I mean, this is your reading. This is your person. But I do kind of feel like, or maybe somebody's trying to take from them in some case. Maybe like it's a child custody thing. Maybe it's a divorce. Or maybe it's just somebody that wants to be with this person, but I don't think they want to be with anybody but you. That's what I'm getting. When they meet you, it's like all bets are off. No, they're not thinking about or looking at anybody else. But this person is also somebody who's very discerning about whom they allow into their life. So again, they might be, they might weigh up options. But like I said, that changes when it comes to you, Sag. All right. And this is somebody who's fair. I feel like this is somebody who's fair and just. I also think they have a wealth of life experience here. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see what else my Sagittarius need to know about this person. All right, they may have dark hair. Again, a specific message that's going to be confirmation for some of you, but it's not going to resonate with all of you. They have lived in more than one country. That tracks with what we were saying earlier. They may have blue eyes or light colored eyes, and music will be playing when they ask you out. All right, so for some of you, you do meet them in person. Others of you, I do see it could be an online thing. And they have a personal pride for their collectibles. Most likely it's something that they've collected or things that they've collected on their travels. But again, this could be a huge makeup collection, shoe collection, a tool collection. It could be, watches. It could be, sports paraphernalia, you name it. So the 9 of Swords. They're viewing you as you might be feeling a little bit stressed about this. Now, again, you might be stressed because of that third party that we were picking up on earlier. But I also think that some of my Sagittarius, you might be stressed because you're just going through your own stuff here. All right, and the Death card. Yeah, see, this person, Scorpio energy, they're viewing you as like needing to let go of something, or you're on like the verge of some sort of major transformation. So it could be like a raise or a promotion, getting your business off the ground. Maybe you're getting a divorce. Maybe you're moving. So it's like this person meets you during some sort of major transformation, or like when you're on the cusp of a major transformation. Yeah, and you're letting go of something or someone. Interesting. And again, you might be very focused on that and not see this person who basically adores you. Yeah, but we see the King of Swords energy in reverse. You're not seeing this, or you're dealing with something else that's not allowing you to see this. Sag, this is a reminder to, remember to smile, look up and look around. You never know who's falling in love with you, because I kind of feel like you just have your head down and you're kind of buried in your own stuff. And there's this person here who's like falling in love with you. Or there's this person that's so high vibrational and so perfect for you in so many ways around you. Some of you, your friends have tried to set you up with this person before, but you were like, no, I'm not looking. No, I'm not ready. Okay, like, I don't know. It's an interesting energy. All right, let's see what else they really, really like about you. What else do they really, really like about my Sagittarius? All right, Hermit energy. So you seek solitude to focus intently on inner life and serves personal creativity. I do think this person is creative, and I think they see that in you. They're also really independent, and they see that also with that Hermit archetype. So you two are very similar, and they like that you're not codependent. I feel like they've had to deal with codependent partners in the past. And they see you as spiritual. They see you as a guide, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Yeah, so they see you as a spiritual guide. They see you as somebody who's wise, someone that other people look up to. And we see the Alchemist, transformation of base motives and goals into wisdom. So this is the Magician card. Sag, basically, you check this person's boxes. You check all of their boxes. They see you as just magical. They see magic around you. And it feels like you're not seeing them, or you kind of don't want to see it at first, which is completely fine. Know that the right person is not going to pass you by. All right, so we do see this actually being a very sweet, I want to say magical connection. It's going to feel magical here with this Page of Cups. Yeah, this meeting occurs in an ordinary, recurring setting. Alignment reveals itself through consistency rather than spectacle. So it may be somebody who's around you in some capacity, at work, at school, at the gym, in your neighborhood. I keep getting something having to do with like your friends wanting to set you up. It's not for all of you though. And we see expanding capacity for trust. This connection gently reopens emotional openness. And yes, so this is, I like that, because I feel like that's exactly what you need for this to work out, that expanding capacity for trust. reopening your emotional openness after being kind of shut off or focused on some heavy stuff. This person approaches connection with curiosity rather than assumption. Growth matters to them. Yeah, beautiful. All right, and we see grounded and practical. And I definitely feel that with all of this earth energy coming through here, Sag. This person values stability and realistic expectations. They bring balance to emotional intensity. So they're going to be a rock and an anchor for you in a lot of ways, or at least when you need it. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. What else do my Sagittarius need to know about this person or this connection? All right, open your heart. Yeah, beautiful. Love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. Open your heart to this. This person's going to open up that heart chakra for you. This person might tease you. That might be how they flirt with you. The energy is fun and lighthearted, but uncertain at first. But they're not uncertain about any of this. And you two are a perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious ways. And love language, quality time. I do think, like, be the witness to each other's lives. You know, I feel like you two are just genuinely going to enjoy spending time together. All right, let's see if there's any important dates or times here for my Sagittarius. Any important dates or times for my Sagittarius, please. All right, take steps to speed it up. Okay, so it does look like you're going through a transformation. That doesn't mean you have to hurry or you need urgency here, Sag, but the steps you can take to speed it up or just continue to do your work, you know, to heal. You're going through a transformation here when you meet this person. Be kind, you know, give yourself grace, be kind to yourself. All right, and we see in the distant future, and we also see in the near future. So in the near future and the distant future here, Sag, it's going to be different for each and every one of you, but this is your person. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.